the world's greatest podcast. I'm not ashamed to say it.
No, not at all. Not even a little bit.
Not even a little bit. Welcome to Inside BJJ. Nice to see you, Andrew. What's going on?
Not too much. Had my birthday since the last time we talked.
Hey, nice. Yeah, I'm right around there. All the cool people are born in May. Sorry, Omar. How are you?
Whatever. I'm all right.
It's good to see you.
I was good until I got here.
We are joined in studio with the Jiu-Jitsu outlaw over here. This guy is banned. Matt Walsh, what's going on, man? It's good to have you in studio.
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me.
Dude, yeah, man, I was really stoked when we chatted and you're like, man, let's do it. And you're like, I'll just come up, man. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is going to be so fantastic. Yeah. And this afternoon in lunch class, there was a dude in the class who was like doing the class and we're having a good time. And then somewhere like almost at the end of class, we're sitting around like, anyone have any questions? You're doing that little thing. And he's asking a couple of questions. And then he's like looking at Matt and he's like, wait a minute. You're the guy. He's like, I thought you looked familiar. Like, you're the guy from the video. He put two and two together, which I thought was pretty hilarious.
Yeah. It is kind of surprising how many people have seen that video at this point.
Quite a few.
Did Matt? If you don't know what Matt's talking about, there's a video floating around of him using reverse lockdown in an IBJJF tournament, and the outcome of that was a little dramatic, and a bunch of stuff happened, and it got filmed, and it just like, you know how the internet is, man.
Yeah.
Like once something hits, it hits hard. I would say for about 30 to 36 hours, that particular video popped up on my feeds like repeatedly. It was showing up constantly.
For me too. I look at a lot of videos of people spitting on people, and they get popped up for me.
Yeah, you know, I'm really into yawn denial porn. That's my new thing, like just denying people their
Put a
yawn.
finger in.
Yeah, popping the yawn. Spitting porn.
Yawn denial.
Yawn denial, yeah.
I should have just yawned. I guess.
Omar, you were out in Cali, huh?
Yeah, man.
You made it back alive.
Made it back alive.
What are your thoughts? Like, you've been in Nashville for a couple years, 3 years, going on 3 years?
Yeah. Going on 3 years in August.
And how long did you live in California?
My whole life.
Your whole life.
50 years old.
Yeah, I was born in California, and I was there until I was like 30, 31, 32, something like that. Whatever it was.
What are you now? -3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I mean, I came out here and I didn't know what to expect about Tennessee or even Nashville, and so
Yeah.
Did you have any guesses? Like what people would be like, what the city would be like? Anything like that?
Not really. I mean, I just thought, just white.
It wasn't like,
white
what are you
people.
doing here?
White people, white people. Where are all the white people at?
Yeah.
Oh,
There's
there
a
they
lot.
are.
There's a lot of honkies.
I mean, not that I was wrong, but like,
yeah, correct.
Yeah,
but people here are just super nice,
yeah.
like too nice.
Too nice.
I was suspicious. Moving from the East Coast, I was suspicious.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I told Stella, like, something's wrong here. This is sinister.
Everyone here is in a cult.
Yeah, something like that. But then I realized, no, I just lived around a bunch of dirtbags.
Yeah.
That's all it was. Like, everybody was all hardened.
I know.
All hardcore, getting up in the morning, ready to fuck somebody up, you know.
East Coast too.
Yeah,
Same
right.
thing.
Same
Yeah.
shit.
When I got here, people in the morning that I didn't know would just come out, like they'd be walking down the street and they would just tell me good morning.
Yeah.
And that took me back. Seriously, that took me back. And I was
You're
like,
like, what about
why?
it?
Yeah. Why are you telling me?
Go fuck yourself.
I was like, babe, do I know this person? Like, I've never met this man.
You go into Reddit. My neighbor made me feel unsafe this morning.
Yeah.
that's
He said,
a
"Good morning"
very
to me.
California thing to do.
Yeah. It's pretty wild. So what was your impression going back? Like,
I mean,
just
I don't know. It just goes from bad to worse.
it's just like, wow.
Yeah. I mean, LA looked terrible. I had to fly into LAX.
Oh,
and
yeah.
LAX is a nightmare.
It's under perpetual construction.
all the time.
One more project.
Yeah. All the time.
Like,
I mean, it's a massive airport. I get it, but like,
but why
It's a
does
massive
every
pain.
freaking lane have to be closed when you're going out there to either
Yeah.
depart or pick somebody
and they
up?
have like What did I see? They had like a stoplight. So like there's traffic trying to merge in, and there's supposed to be a light that's supposed to let them in, but that light's not working. So
Oh,
people are
geez,
just
they're
like
just
flooded.
going.
Yeah, they're not letting
And,
anybody
and,
in.
and when you're driving out there and you're in that when you see some shit like that, you're like, I'm taking advantage of that.
Yeah.
The light don't work. I'm going.
It's
Everyone's
dog
like,
eat dog
fuck
world.
you. You've been in the city. You've had to see this, Matt, because you were in the city all the time. When, you know, especially in rush hour traffic, one car runs the red, two cars run the red, and then pretty soon 13 fucking cars run the red light, and you're just at the cross traffic. You're like, I can't go because they ain't stopping yet.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get T-boned.
Yeah, it's just part of the game.
Yeah, and the more congested, the more pedestrians you have, like, you know,
Fuck.
and then it's like it's a scary world.
And then San Francisco's got all those bungholes on bicycles too. They're like, it's critical mass. We're gonna clog the streets with our bikes.
Well, they have to be on the streets. All the human shit is on the
And
sidewalks.
this was like back in the day though. They'd get on their bikes. Remember that shit? They'd block up the traffic. Everybody would be all mad. They'd be like,
Really?
share the road.
I've ended up, I was commuting by bike for a while, and I ended up at least one or two, but not because I meant to. It was just they're on the same route that I just coincidentally was taking. And
Yeah. When did you move out of California?
I left in 2022.
2022. Everybody around the same time.
Yeah.
What time did you move out here, Andrew?
My missus and I moved from North Carolina it was right in the middle of the pandemic. So I don't remember if it was 20 or 21, but it was, we were thinking like, we got to move now because they might close the roads.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, the zombies are coming.
Yeah, interstate travel might not be allowed anymore.
I think all of us moved out here around the same period.
Yeah. I had a feeling we'd be coming here for a couple years, but it worked out to be the right time then. So.
Yeah. Matt was telling me something today that I never thought about, but it's really interesting. We were talking about sideshows, right? And you know, like the sideshow phenomenon in California when they're fucking spinning the wheelies.
They take over like a 4-way intersection.
But check this out. And Matt knows more about it than I do because I just heard about it. But he's saying that's a diversion tactic. That's what draws the attention while whoever's going to do something bad, they're off doing whatever bad that they're trying to do bad.
Gypsy.
Oh,
The
really?
sideshow's just like we're doing a sideshow on the Bay fucking Bridge. On the Bay Bridge. Did you see this? On
No,
the
I
Bay
didn't see
Bridge.
that.
They
They
do
did
it everywhere. They'll do it in the middle of the highway. But I don't remember who told me, but I thought it was common knowledge. Yeah, I didn't realize. I mean, I guess
That is good knowledge right
there's
there.
that movie. What is it? 12 O'Clock Boys.
I don't know,
You know what I'm
dog.
talking about?
No.
Yeah, it's a documentary about these kids that, like, they only ride their bikes on, you know, on full wheelies. That's how they can join the crews. They got to be able to do a full wheelie at 12 o'clock, and the cameraman follows this kid, you know, and then it's a tragic ending and all
Yeah.
that. But like, there's a form of expression involved of these kids doing wheelies and like driving like maniacs and creating traffic.
Wow.
So there's there is like, I guess, an element of culture involved with it all, you know.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I think it makes
Hey,
more sense that they're creating a diversion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're in that group, you're an asshole.
Yeah, I'm trying to get home from. There's always one car that gets caught up in it and has no fucking clue what's going on. And if you do the wrong thing in that situation, they will immediately thrash your car.
Yeah.
Like if you're almost guaranteed, if you're in the car, you better get out and act like you're part of the crowd. Because if you stay in the car, you're fucked. Well, they're oh shit, let's flip the car over. You know, like let's fucking do it. It sucks.
Jeez, man.
I think they made it like you'll get fined if you're even just in the crowd if you're not a part of it.
Yeah.
Like if you're there just like, oh, this is cool filming and getting hit by the car, you know,
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, you can get arrested.
It's always some chunky chick that gets hit by the car too. She can't quite move out of the way fast enough,
That
and it's
is
like
the
boom, takes her out.
That
and
is
it's
the
like,
best.
What the hell?
That is the best.
It's pretty wild stuff. But yeah, so Matt came up to do the podcast, which I really appreciate. I've known Matt for a little while, and we've bumped into each other a few times, right? We have a mutual friend who's the brother of another mutual friend, but I know the friend's brother.
This is getting really
Yeah,
convoluted.
yeah, like
yeah, I got even. Yeah, like, well, who are we talking about?
we're talking about
Bravo?
Matt and Dave, or Mike and Dave, right? Yeah. So we're like we have another connection through through some friends. Yeah,
Yeah,
which is interesting.
Yeah, you brought up how you met those guys. I never told you how I met.
No.
So I met Michael. Have you ever heard of Cusco?
The character from The Disney movie?
No.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Country is
in
that?
Peru.
In Peru,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's like the bigger city. It's an old city that that's the access to the Sacred Valley, Machu Picchu, all that stuff.
Oh,
nice.
Okay.
So I was there it's very specific, in what they call a chifa restaurant. So chifa is chino familiar, which is it's like a fusion Chinese Peruvian food. Because there's
That sounds like it fucks.
yeah, it's great. And we were in a restaurant called Kyong, which is a colloquialism there for ginger, and I love ginger. So it was an empty restaurant, and I was there with my friend Brianne, and we were traveling. It's huge, and it's empty, and there's only one other guy in there, and they sit us down, my friend Brianne and I, right next to this dude, and I see him, his cauliflower ears, and he's all tattooed up. So yeah, we started talking, and then we became friends, and we ended up I ended up living with that dude for a while.
Wow.
I rented a room.
And that's Michael.
Yeah, so that was like a friendship. I met him in
That's
South
cool.
America years ago through jiu-jitsu. We stayed friends, and he would come to SF regularly. I'd see him there, and then when I moved to San Diego, I stayed like the first month or two with in one of his rooms.
Wow.
That sounds weird.
And he's a Yamasaki black belt?
Yeah,
Which is dope, man. It's like an East Coast thing, man.
I don't hear about any of those dudes.
Yeah.
he's a Yamasaki, but he teaches at Clark Gracie's. He's
Yeah,
he's
down in
just
San
like
Diego.
A fan of jiu-jitsu.
Oh, yeah. And his brother is Dave, and I met Dave at Metamoris
Okay.
way back. Metamoris 1. Met Dave and his wife now, but back then, that was his girlfriend or fiance. I'm not positive. Liz at Metamoris. And so I knew Dave, and then I had met Michael just like one time or two times, but
In a cafe in Peru.
yeah, right. Believe it or not.
Weird. I was the third
We
guy.
were at the library looking up books on.
I was cooking Peruvian Asian fusion at this restaurant.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, it's a small world, man.
It
You
is,
never know.
but it's a small world, but the jiu-jitsu scene is still small enough where
Yeah.
it's a connection.
I like that
it's
though.
Yeah.
Because somebody can roll through and you'll be like, where do you train? Oh, I train over here. And you're like, oh, you train over there? Yeah, well, okay. And it's like, I know a guy over there. Like you could still verify shit pretty quick about people in jiu-jitsu. Like if somebody pops up with a black belt and they open up shop, like there's pretty fast people suss them out, like if it's not real or not. You know, that used to be like the thing. Do you remember that? Like,
Dojo Storm?
yeah, somebody started teaching jujitsu, and there was any kind of like, this guy's not legit. Where did he come from? Dudes would like show up and try to go drop in at the schools and fuck the dude up and like tune him up for it.
That's great.
Yeah, it was very self-policing then.
It'll still happen.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, being in busy cities, there's like always like some bozos who,
Yeah.
like, even where I'm at now, I keep the front door locked because it's happened too many times where like lunatics come in with the shoes, walk on the mat, and they're like, I'm trying to fight.
Fuck.
I'm trying to fight. And
Yeah.
you're like, well, first you got to pay.
Yeah. We don't fight for free.
Yeah.
Second, sign a waiver. Because you're about to get fucking got.
And third, don't have hepatitis. Okay, now we can fight.
Yeah.
Now I can't fight.
Yeah. Idiot.
I've got A, B, and C.
You idiot. Alphabet.
I got all the heps you could get.
Yeah, I think things are a little different though. Like you can still, for sure, that can happen, but
I think there's a lot more friendly dojo storms these days.
yeah, and a lot
Like,
of
hey, bring a
school-
bunch of your dudes over and kick our guys' ass. Let's just have a
I mean,
nice.
also in these days, like how easy would it be or how much harder is it to fake it? Like a lot of people.
Not
do
with
jiu-jitsu
McDojo life out
nowadays,
there.
like-
To fake dojo storming?
no, to
No, to
fake
fake
to
your-
fake like being an instructor, a jiu-jitsu instructor.
I think it's not
like,
that hard.
Yeah,
Really?
I feel like there's people that still get exposed pretty regularly.
Especially at like the traditional martial arts schools, they'll open up a jiu-jitsu program and they'll be teaching like jiu-jitsu and this.
Yeah.
And while they're teaching it, they're doing like some thing to get their blue belt or they're a blue belt or something like that.
I think the way you can kind of like cipher through the posers is you find the gyms that ban you from cross training.
Yeah.
The gyms that don't allow you to compete or go to
Yeah.
open mats and all that. When the coaches are like, you must not go and test these things I'm teaching you.
Yeah.
Oh, I
You're like,
see.
why?
Yeah, yeah.
We cannot share our technique. It's too good.
It's too dangerous.
We don't want Gordon Ryan to get this. He'll get too powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a friend who started with jiu-jitsu 8 months ago. And he was telling me, he's like, hey, man, I didn't have the money right yet to go to the guy that originally got me into jiu-jitsu trains at a fantastic gym in Fredericksburg, in Virginia. My other friend couldn't go to that one quite right away, so he went to a different one that was a little bit closer to him. And he was telling me, he's like, hey, I just want to pick your brain. Like, they say there's this, this, and this. I don't want to get too specific because those guys are still training and stuff. But I think it's horseshit. And I was like, yeah, I would definitely change gyms. That sounds like absolute bullshit to me. Like, there were, like, belts in between white and blue for adults. There's, like, all kinds,
that's
like,
happening.
actual belts, not stripes, like, belts and stuff like that. They didn't want other people to compete, like you said. And there's just all kinds of wild shit with them. And I'm like, get out of there.
Yeah, there's too many places that are legit where you don't have to train at an illegitimate place anymore. Like there's so many places where people are good. You don't have to train with, I don't think you have to. Okay. I would prefer people come train with me, high level people. Like, I think it's awesome, but you don't have to train with a black belt. Like, it's not like, if I don't have a school that has a black belt, I can't learn jiu-jitsu. That's not true.
No.
There's still a lot of good dudes that are teaching that you could go learn from versus going to some Mickey Mouse thing where the dude is a black belt in some other art and he wears that belt when he teaches jiu-jitsu class. And there's like a weird implication that he is a black belt in jiu-jitsu, but he's not a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He's whatever belt. You know?
See.
That shit kind of happens. But if you want to learn, you can learn. You know, it's all out there. There's no secrets anymore.
No, and there's some guys who have proven at even like levels like blue belt and purple belt that they can teach and create stars. You know, and I don't know, you can learn from anyone, but the people that front that they're like these high level dudes and all that, and they get exposed. It's like false advertising in general.
Yeah.
You say you're one thing, when you get exposed, it doesn't go well.
Yeah, that's true. I've never had anyone come in here and try to like challenge, or I've had dudes come in that I think thought they were going to come in and whoop everyone's ass, and it didn't happen. And then they stayed for those guys. They come in, they sign up, they'll buy gear, and they get kitted up, and they're like, I'm going to fuck this squad up. And then they don't.
I'm the new guy.
Then in 3 weeks, they stop coming.
Yeah.
You know, and then they'll pay for a few more months, and then they'll be like, hey, man, I got to cancel. That's mostly what happens to those dudes, I find. In Stockton, we just had crazy people, the same kind of like just crazy fucking people coming in, doing wild shit.
Do you guys teach knife fighting?
Asking crazy questions, wanting to know how much it costs, wanting to know, like the first thing they walk in, how much does this cost? Like, that's the first thing they ask. You're like, okay. This is probably not for you, you know. Like,
I remember back when I was like a purple belt, I was teaching, and when you're teaching, you feel like you do need to be able to command the room. So when people come in and they want to roll with you, you feel kind of obligated. We were talking about that earlier today. You know, it's like, all right, I guess I got to roll with everyone.
Yeah.
I remember being a purple belt, and this guy would come to my class, and he would destroy me. He was super good. And he always would want to roll, and he kept coming to my classes. And like, this is back when I taught for Denny, when Denny wasn't around.
Yeah.
Like, when are you teaching next, man? And I ended up asking him, like, why? He was like, you destroy me, man. Why do you want to come to my class? And it was because like, he's like, I know you're gonna make sure we have fun. He was like, he's like, I could go to some world champions, but like, they're gonna just talk about themselves. They're only gonna want to drill their stuff. He's like, when I go to your class, it's like, I know that you're going to want to have fun, and we're going to have fun. And I thought that was worth something, you know?
I think so. Like, I think culture comes above everything. Like, I think it's the highest value thing you could have in a gym, and people got to want to come to your gym. Like,
that's what made me love here.
They have to want to come, right? Like, there are some world-class gyms where the people that are going, they're stressed out when they go to the gym. Because they're concerned about how they're going to perform, how it's going to be viewed by the coaches, what's going to happen. And maybe I'm just dumb and I don't know, and that's possible because I don't have any world champions. Maybe you have to be that way to get people to the highest level, but I don't think so. You know, I think you can have an environment that people want to come to, they want to be a part of. It could still be fun. Like, you got to fucking love this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, just because it's fun doesn't mean you're not like
serious,
being pushed, you're not being driven, you know, like.
Yeah, it's hard. It's not going to be easy, but you can still like the people that you're doing it with in a genuine way, you know.
I think the fun aspect of it, I think, helps with the safety of it. You know, like when you stop pulling the fun out and just make it all about the competition, then that's when you're really trying to fuck that dude up. You know, you're trying to catch them.
Yeah.
So when you have that environment, you set that vibe that like, yo, we're doing this together. This is like, it's a game. We're playing it and we're all having fun. And you set that. And I think you can totally raise like stars like that, because stars are just humans, you know that.
Right.
And I feel like I have a couple guys in my group that are by all definitions fucking stars. And am I allowed to curse on this?
Yeah.
I have a few times.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, fucking stars. All right?
You know what?
Yeah, some of the guys in my gym I'm so proud of, and they're doing it because it's fun. They just have that competitive set. They're already there. I don't need to push them more than they are doing it themselves.
Yeah.
You know? So,
Yeah, that's a hard thing to cultivate and to keep alive, you know? Like you can't, because people come into the school and like some people have big personalities and they push on the culture a little bit and they'll try to like maybe even subconsciously influence the way things are done. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you want to accommodate, like I try to make space for everybody, you know, but at the same time, if everyone pushes on the cultures and the culture shifts and then people leave because they're like, it's not like it used to be, you know? And it's like, well, yeah, because everyone pushed on it and I didn't push back and now it's fucking butt fucked, you know? Like it's different. It's a Frankenstein thing now.
Can we curse on this?
Yeah, you can. It's required. Everyone has to say the F word once.
Sick.
But if you can figure out a way to keep it, you know, in that sweet spot, I think that's how you continue to thrive and grow. And
you have a massive influence here with that.
Yeah.
Like, you've been very clear, but without being a tyrant about like, hey man, this is what I want. And then people that are cool with that, we've all stayed.
Yeah.
Are you similar to that at your place?
I think you are.
Yeah, it sounds like it. I think a lot of the 10 planets are from what
For
I
sure.
understand.
More so than I think most others.
Yeah, like you set the pace, you set the vibe, and
Yeah.
I think I'm not sure I understand.
As far as like, hey man, this is how I want the gym to be. Like I want people to have this. I have these expectations, but like I'm not going to be a tyrant about this. But this is how I want the culture of the gym to be. That kind of deal.
Yeah, I mean, for a number of reasons, I like the culture being the way I have it right now, and like, there's some of the things that are at the top of that are safety, and I need to make sure there's a certain vibe there that will push that. You know, you can't play if you break your toys.
Yeah. No, you're right though, man. You're right. We talk about that a lot, like the shared burden of safety. If I'm rolling with you, I got to be looking out for you and you got to be looking out for me. And the moment I go, fuck Matt Walsh, I want to win. I don't care if he's getting close to the glass window. I'm trying to win. Now Matt has to be responsible for both of our safety now. Now he's not grappling anymore. He's trying not to get hurt and trying to make sure I don't get hurt. And that's not fun. Like when you're rolling with people like that, it's no longer fun. It's like, oh, now I'm on safety patrol.
Yeah.
Because this guy's going bananas and he doesn't care that there's a room full of people and he's willing to slam into somebody. He's willing to crack into the mirror. He'll put a hole in the wall. He'll fucking go through the mirror. That's the part where people like got to be calibrated. You know, if you're going to do this all the time, otherwise you're going to get hurt or you're going to really hurt somebody bad, you know?
Yeah, then somebody like me has to get involved and be like, hey, I got next. You're being a dick, and I'm going to show you why.
Yeah, I think in addition to that type of thing, you might have someone that's not that way, but lies about hygiene. Or
Sure,
That's the worst. That sucks.
Or is a creep to like the minority of women that you have at your gym.
Yeah,
you know?
right.
Like all those little things and
Yeah, that needs to be cut out like a cancer.
exactly.
Like
Like all those little things you need to be on top of, and I feel like it really all comes from the community wanting that for the community.
Yeah.
If you create that culture, like no, fucking respect those women, you know, and like like talk a certain anyway, like all those things you said it from the top, but if you let that shit slide, then
it will devolve. That's for sure. I get freaking super irritated when I have a lady in the class and then I find out that several dudes in the gym have already hit her up and tried to take her out. I get so freaking pissed, man.
Man,
it infuriates me, dude. It's in the crate. Like, okay, one of my longtime students, she's been training with me for a long time, and she met somebody at jiu-jitsu, and they've had a relationship for a long time now, and it worked out, and it wasn't like they were like looking for it or trying to do it was just, hey, it just worked out. They just like, and I'm all for that. That's great. That's real. That's fine. But I'm not for like, dude, I got dibs on her. No, I got dibs. No, and then now you got like these dudes in the gym that are like, now they got a personal thing against each other. Oh no, by the way, she's watching, you know. It's like, what are we doing?
Can't let her see me tap.
Fuck that, dude. That's not what we're doing.
Safety thing.
Take that shit out of here, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck that. No, thank you.
It's funny that how similar that kind of thing is to the bar culture.
Yeah.
Only been working down there for half a year, and it's like everybody is like trying to get at everybody. I'm so far removed from that kind of shit that I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. Everyone's trying to move up or move out or move
Everybody's
in.
trying to get with everybody.
Oh, everyone's trying to hook up.
Everybody's sliding into all kinds of DMs. I'm like, oof. God.
Bar culture.
I love you all.
You're like, you worked as a bartender all over, right?
Oh yeah, there was definitely a lot of hooking up.
Yeah. Part of the game.
Yeah,
It's part of the game.
I mean, I feel like a lot of the people are there in search of it, you know.
Yeah.
And, it's the, you know, people trying to, the sense gratification.
Yeah, well,
Trying to feel
with
good.
service industry, I mean, like, especially as a bartender, you're giving people what they want. Like, fundamentally, that's your job. Is like, I want this. Can you give it to me? Anything in the service industry. But I mean, with bartenders, you're getting more drunk, and you're like, oh, this guy's actually kind of cute, or this girl's really hot, and because they're being a nice bartender, you're like, oh, they're into me.
Plumbers are never getting it. They're in the service industry, and people really want them.
Only in the internet movies are they good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they know how to lay down the pipe.
Yeah, they come out, they clean up your shit, literally.
Bet you if plumbers had a full bar, they'd probably get it a lot more.
Yeah, it's a plumber's bar. Plumbers only, bitch.
Yeah.
It's just fat dudes and buck racks.
Like a cop bar, you know, it's a plumber's bar.
Yeah, it's like their service van is like part of it is like a bar. So like after he cleans the pipes, you know, he serves you a beer or whatever.
Actually, yeah, I used to go out drinking with plumbers. They know how to party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, my other job's in the trades. All the trades boys know how to party.
Tradesboys, tradesboys.com.
It's my site.
Called it. Yeah.
Called it.
Called it.
You heard it here first.
So, Matt, tell us about how you
Partied with plumbers.
Yeah, dude, to hook it up, dog.
Mostly
No, dude.
Irish.
How did you how did you come about jiu-jitsu, man? Like, how did that happen?
I tried it in the East Coast when I lived in Philadelphia, at a few different spots. And then when I moved to San Francisco, I linked up with Denny. So that was the 10th Planet that was in San Francisco at that time. And that was in 2008. So stayed with Denny. But yeah, I mostly chose it because it was affordable. I think like $89 a month or something like that.
Oh, shit, that was
And
affordable.
I didn't have to buy a gi, but I didn't really know much about it. And Denny was like still pretty young. One thing that I liked about it though was, did you ever go to that first 10th Planet that was inside the gym?
No, not at Denny's.
Okay, yeah. Well, it was the vibe. So I checked out gyms a bit more hardline, more Cobra Kai type, you know, and I don't know. I feel like I had enough of that around me, like you know, like bravado and like like I didn't need like more tough guys, and I wanted to train because I wanted the exercise. I started dating a woman when I first moved to San Francisco, and she was a yoga instructor. And I think she like fat shamed me. Or I just felt bad. She was trying to get me to do yoga, and at the time I'm like,
it's a sales tactic.
Yeah, I was like, I just moved from Philly. Like I was like, am I gonna get
fucking
beat up or
yoga.
something?
Yeah,
I know, right?
She's trying to get you to buy Athleta pants and fucking yoga clothes.
Well, because of her, I did get into yoga, and I fucking fell in love with it. Fuck you. I went from dating her for a few years to dating another yoga instructor.
Oh, you were into yoga girls is what you were into.
And I bet that second chick, you're like, yeah, I'm into yoga too.
Well, she ran teacher training programs. So I started teaching yoga after I did that second one. And that's part of the reason I think why Denny got me to start teaching for him when I got my pro. Because I think like the little bit of training I got, like I started teaching immediately because the woman I was dating ran the studio, or not because of that, it was just because I was damn good.
Yeah.
Maybe not. I think I was the only straight male, and they just wanted.
He was a plumber, man.
Yeah.
Plumbing.
I drank with plumbers, I tell you.
Yeah. He's so well rounded.
But the gym the original 10th Planet in San Francisco was off of Valencia Street, and it was inside of a gym called like Muscle Street Factory or something like that.
Hell yeah.
And when you would walk in there,
That sounds like my kind of bar.
you ever meet Hassad?
No, I don't think so.
So Hassad was like a former pro bodybuilder, sweet dude, and he was working the front door. He worked for the gym part. He was huge, like real hairy. He was like, I think Persian or some shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. And you know, he's tough looking, but like he'd start talking and like it'd sound like a purse fell out of his mouth.
Yeah.
You know, it's in San Francisco. And
Yeah.
I my first time in there, I took the class, and then when I'm leaving, I was talking to this dude Hassad, and I asked him, I was like, "You train here?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I was, "You ever roll Denny?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "You ever tap him?" He was like, "No, but I fucked him once."
Oh my gosh.
Sick.
Wow.
Yeah. So I signed up. I was like,
You're
all
like,
right, weird.
It's my kind of place.
Wow.
I'm like, okay.
So even if I don't tap him, I might be in.
Well, yeah, I ended up telling Denny found out. Like I signed up and I was like, cool. Cause that dude was like, he was like, in a way, he was like a bulldog. He was like a guard dog.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like people who couldn't get their minds wrapped around like
What he was
that
saying
type
is,
of, yeah, like
that kind of humor,
yeah,
that
like
kind
they
of bullshit.
wouldn't fit in. So
Yeah.
back to like creating a vibe, like
Yeah.
that dude was at the front, you know, and like
He's the gatekeeper.
So Denny found out about that situation. Like as I brought it up in front of Denny and Hassad, like a year later, Denny was like, "Why would you tell people that?" He was like, "How many people have you told this to?"
Everybody.
Like 22.
Everybody who comes to the door, whether they ask or not.
If they ask me any question, I say that.
So you're like, sign me up, man. Where do I get in on this?
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, that dude Hassad was hilarious, and there was a group of people that in that first original group that I felt like I could relate with, like some bartenders, guys that moved from the East Coast and other places are all tattooed up and all that. And Denny was a lot younger than us. He was like at least like a decade younger than us, you know.
Yeah.
And he was like, I think just kind of endearing. Like there was like something
Yeah.
about him that was sweet, you know. And
yeah, Denny definitely has that side to him too.
so yeah,
He
this
does.
is back when he was a teenager,
Yeah.
you know. And then like he was still so coming from a place where everyone's like, you know, like
Yeah.
street defense.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
push pressure. Like that,
Yeah.
yeah. Versus like this young stoner who was like, all right, let's pull guard. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck that.
I mean, it must have been a trip for Denny being Eddie's first black belt and kind of being around a long time ago with Eddie, and especially Denny being so young.
That is
You
crazy.
know?
Yeah, he was running a gym. Like he was already had like, you know, that was in 2008. I think he started like the year before that, whatever. But then, you know, like
That's not
he
the
was-
first moon,
he
is it?
started at 17 teaching. I think
Yeah.
it might be the first moon.
Might
It
be
was
the
like-
first one.
Yeah, like
I
yeah,
thought maybe
well-
John was one of the
Tello?
original ones.
yeah, yeah. He's still here. He's still there though.
Yeah.
Right? So
That's wild, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Denny originally was a Charles Gracie guy, right? Didn't he train there? And then, like, I think when he was a kid, like a teenager, he got into a falling out of some kind. And I think Denny's even said it on this show before. Allegedly, somebody like slapped him around or something.
Yeah,
there. I think
I think it was Charles Gracie. Right?
I'm not sure. Like, it might have been. I
Allegedly.
I mean, no,
That's
I
the
remember-
story I heard.
I remember hearing about it. I
Yeah.
remember other people talking about how there was some, and like as a kid, like some dudes came
It's
out.
like,
and
we
like,
don't do rubber guard, dude. Knock it off.
The fuck?
Yeah, they were like not playing. We're fucking afraid of no-gi. Like, we know where this is ending up. They had secret intel. Like, in 20 years, it's gonna take
Not
over.
even once, dude.
That's why they're pushing so hard against it. We're like, we saw what it did to Brazil. We don't want that to happen here.
And then Denny was like, as soon as Assad hears about this, you're fucked.
Yeah, Sod's coming for all y'all. So you start training with Denny. Were there any other 10P guys from NorCal that were training in the room back then? Like any of the dudes that are running schools now? Because most of all the NorCal guys, I think, except for myself and except for Albert, most of them I think all came from Denny's.
Shout out Albert.
There was dudes that came that after me that got their black belts before me. That like so I remember when Candor started and Hillebrand too, but there was a guy named Travis Magalet who left as a
Oh,
brown
I remember
belt.
Travis.
Yeah, and he's still within the city. He's in the Mission.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Is he Bay Jiu-Jitsu, I think?
No, he runs his own.
He has his own
He's
deal.
got a great program, man.
That
Like,
guy was so much fun to watch compete. He would wear sunglasses indoors too. I remember that back in the day. Fuck yeah, I remember him. He had a cool persona when he would compete. Yeah, he got into like a funny persona. He was good though, man.
Yeah. So he's still in San Francisco, and when there was a divide, like a lot of people started just going to Travis's. So that's someone from the original group though, from when we first went there. And like actually, there's a few people that split with Travis, and they all got their black belts too. There's a couple guys. I don't know if you know who Benjamin Jones is, Jones or Steve Grubbs. They were like Denny's first students. They got their black belts too, but I know Ben's like still working in like nightlife stuff. Yeah. And I'm not sure what Steve's up to, but
dang.
The dudes like Ben Eddy and like they
Ben Eddy was a San Francisco guy, right?
Yeah, they actually all came after us.
Yeah.
We just weren't as good, so it took us longer to get our black belts. I'm talking about myself at least.
Bro, it took me forever. Like I hear dudes like, yeah, I got my black belt in 8 years. I'm like, fuck, dude. Like I was just figuring it out in 8 years, like barely understanding what the fuck was going on.
I still suck.
Yeah, I mean,
shit.
I think what happens is the better you get, the more you realize how much you can't do. Like you realize where you kind of start to see where you're really at in the overall scheme of things, and you're like, I'm not that good.
Steve Grubbs, a personal trainer, and still rocks the 10P black belt. So
hey.
shout out Steve Grubbs.
Yeah, why is he? How did that happen? So you just looked him up, I guess.
He's on Instagram, showing up Grubbs.
Okay, showing up Grubbs. Yeah, cool.
So at what point did you bounce out of NorCal?
You can tell like how unfamiliar with technology. How did you do that? Are you a hacker?
Did you call him? Do you know him? When did you move down south? Or how did that happen?
To Florida?
Didn't you?
San Diego.
Yeah, to San Diego.
When COVID hit, I mean, San Francisco got like a little too San Francisco.
Yeah, it got pretty draconian.
Jobs that I had disappeared too. So
right. Oh, there was no going out.
Yeah, and like why I live and like things like that when everything shut down.
You're gonna kill my grandma.
Don't get me started.
Did you see remember the ticker on CNN and it was like 2 million lives lost?
Oh my God, dude.
Remember it was like a continual death ticker. It was like going up, going up, going up. I'm like, where the fuck are all these people going? Like, how are these people dying?
Yeah.
And now they're like, well, not that many people died. We were adding.
Dude, one of my best friend's missus is a nurse in a very high volume hospital in Virginia at the time. And she was like, yeah, I don't know really what's going on. She's like, I don't know. I don't keep up with the news. I'm not really political. But she's like, I know for sure. And she's a trauma nurse in the ER. A guy had fallen off a ladder, hit his head, and passed away. Was not sick, had a COVID test. And they listed it as a COVID death.
Oh, yeah.
That's for sure. And I was like, yeah, they're bullshitting.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Big shocker. Yeah, that was wild times. Anyway, San Francisco got locked down. You moved down to you moved down to San Diego. And you start training with a boogie, or who?
Yeah, well, so COVID happens, and then I was training for a little bit, and then I got hurt. Actually, I had a few injuries. I think it was, I don't know, like everything going on.
Yeah,
it was hard to like get help because I was supposed to have knee surgery and I didn't. And I couldn't even work like the donkey jobs, in warehouses and shit because I got hurt. And I ended up getting a security job and it was fucking brutal. But anyway, I saw it out and it was through college. So I was Zooming some college and then I could go to a college program in person in San Diego. And then, it was my first time using FAFSA. So it's like I could get a grip of money if I went to college. And I was like, all right, boom, boom. All these things are working out. Move out of San Francisco. So I went down. And first I was just like, college, I'm going to be a doctor. Whatever. So
Dr. Walsh.
I was really focusing on that, and I wasn't training that much. And then I was scheduled to have the surgery. And when I went in to talk to the doctor about it.
You're like, I'm a doctor too. And
not yet. But I spoke to the doctor, and doctors, say whatever. And just pros versus cons of like getting the surgery or not, and living on my own in San Diego and have to take time off for the surgery and living in a building with stairs and all these things. I went from the doctor's office to the San Diego 10th Planet and started training that day.
You're like,
And
fuck it.
yeah, I was like, fuck this, you know. And if like I need to get knee surgery, I'm gonna go fuck my knee up more.
Wicked.
So I really like need it.
I'm gonna earn this surgery.
Yeah. That was basically it. I'm
Yeah.
like, this is so dumb. And you know, like when we do this for as long as we have, like we crave this shit after a while. When we're dealing with certain energy, like we need to go, like, you know, fucking leave it on the mats. So I went and then I started teaching there after a while. You know, like I've always been a huge fan of Boogie, and I was happy that when I was there, I could train there. And then when I got the opportunity to like teach a little, like that was fucking, I mean, I was honored. And yeah, that was a huge, I think, step in me heading towards like wanting to open up my own gym and do this, like what I'm doing now in Pompano.
Was it the experience of just teaching regularly where you're like, okay, like you get those reps in?
I think working with Boogie, I get to see how, like, a lot from the business end, that
how the gym runs,
and then also how he approaches the students, because he's got a lot of love for his students.
Yeah, he
man.
does.
Like the way he talks to his students, he cares.
He's a great dude.
Yeah, like I don't know.
His brother too.
Yeah, they're both great. But do you guys teach at all? Like,
I do a
Teach
little bit
mornings.
of teaching. Yeah, in the mornings.
I've done a few.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of like we're talking about differences between 10th Planets and other gyms, and one thing about that I see with 10th Planets is like the connection a lot of the coaches have with the gyms versus other gyms where like the black belt's gonna wait for him to step on the mat before you're allowed to step on the mat, and then you gotta bow the motherfucker just because you're black, and like all these other things like. Versus like Boogie's like, yo, I love you, man. Like I can't wait to see you tomorrow, bro. You know, and that type of thing I think was good for me to see that because you need to make your students feel important.
Yeah, I think that's important. Boogie's always done like a super duper job of that too. I think that's just who he is as a person. Yeah. It doesn't.
That's all I've heard about him.
It's not put on at all. It's just that's just who he is.
Yeah, and I have like footage of him because he was watching one of his guys compete. And he was like through his video, I think his phone or whatever, and he was moving the whole time. He was like come on, and like the video to me just spoke a lot because he was there, even though he wasn't with his student, like he was there.
He's shadow grappling.
Yeah, he was. And like, then like and you celebrate, you know, and he was like, yeah. So I have the video on my phone. I sent it to him.
That's great. So you.
By the way, I'd be remiss to say that you've gone out of your way to help me out.
Help you out?
Yeah.
Well,
make
I
sure
like
shit's good. No, I get it. I
You're
appreciate
a good guy. You're a good person.
I don't agree, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're a real POS. That's why I help
There
you.
we go. There we go. But burden of the stage.
You went so what drives the decision to go to Florida? Because man, you move like north to south, then you move west to east.
Yeah, so while I was in San Diego, my parents who were retired in South America ended up coming stateside. They were in Peru. They came stateside, you know, like a few years ago when like also that whole COVID thing. Anyway, they bounced around from a few places. We're in Arizona for a bit, then ended up in Pompano with a sibling of mine, and their health wasn't. But my mom wasn't doing too well. There was a number of factors, and they wanted me to come around. So my parents are in their 80s, and it was just one of those things where I was considering going to Hawaii to help open up a gym over there. So I was getting prepared to open up a gym, just not my own. It was going to be for someone else. So everything happens, you know, for a reason. If you
wow.
So I went to Pompano. Didn't know. I had one friend. So when my parents, I was actually considering going back to SF because of the practicality of people I knew, you know, plumbers and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd said that.
Yeah.
A lot of plumbers.
I could have gone back. I could have, it was an option, but I didn't want to be around that party scene anymore. And there was a part of me that I was leaving behind.
Right.
Versus in Florida, like my family needed me.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what else I was gonna.
Fulfilling a different role.
Yeah, but I knew one woman who I'd met before through friends in common or whatever, and I reached out to her. I was like, hey, Pompano, what's going on over there? Do you think I could find some work? And but at that time, I was still doing a lot of like body work and massage therapy and whatnot. And she has a practice for like physical therapy, and she got me a bunch of work. And then I went 10th Planet Miami is like an hour away. So there was a small Brazilian gym near where my sister and parents and my friend that I was staying with, I was renting a room from, it was called Roots BJJ, all gi pretty much. They had a no gi Friday class, like one class. And I taught for them once. And then it became a couple times, and the guy offered, like, you know, you want to teach for us regularly. And that's when I hit up, you know, our people.
Yeah.
And they're like, why don't you just start up your program? So I spoke to the powers that be, and I put up a 10th Planet Pompano banner and started with 0 students, but then that became 1 and 2, then 3, then 4, and, you know, a few dozen. And then after a year of renting someone else's space, we moved into our own. And all of this, when I was driving out to Florida, I didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, we're pretty
geographically, like where you said about an hour from Miami, is it on our side of the coast, like towards the Gulf?
It's on the East Coast. Okay. So it's if you can picture Miami, then go up into Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
So it's at the top part of Fort Lauderdale, south of Boca Raton, you know, south of West Palm and all that. So it's just the very top part of Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
Pompano.
Cool.
Pompton.
Nice.
City of Pompton.
Yeah,
Pow,
like
wow, wow.
It's where Kodak Black's from.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Sweet.
Cue the music. But yeah, it was a bit more affordable than the rest of Fort Lauderdale, and
Nice.
I love the beach there. I like Pompano. It's great. I like the little community that we're building there.
Yeah, right. And it takes time to settle in. And sometimes when you open up a new spot, you're like, you're doing all this work and you're like, what's going to happen? Like, what do I want this shit to get over. Like, duh, nobody wants to fail or feel like nobody wants to come. But it takes a while to just build the foundation and have a good core. And like one thing I noticed is sometimes in the beginning, you think you have a core and then half of the core bounces and you're like, oh, that wasn't the core. You know, and then a couple of years later, you're like, oh, this is the core right here. Yeah. Like, fuck, I thought oh, shit. Like, that's happened to me a couple times where it changes over a little bit. But I think that's just part of being in a new area, you know? It's part of the game.
It's part of any group, too. There's old guard, new guard kind of deal.
Yeah.
Your closest moons are Boca and Miami?
Yeah, and then north of Boca, there's Palm Beach.
Palm Beach, Tempe, that's right.
Miami was the first one.
And
then I opened 2022 as a banner with no one. Then Palm Beach was right around that time, then Boca.
Okay.
And there's 10th Planet St. Pete.
That's right.
Yeah, and they're opening up, the same owners are going to open up Tampa. Planet Tampa.
There's a Jacksonville too.
Yeah, Jacksonville has Orange Park. Yeah, so Brian also is half owner of Orange Park, which is owned by Storm Shannon. Great dude. And then they are opening up another one up there, like Atlantic Coast.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, it's so growing in Florida.
He's got a third one, but he's got one of his black belts that already has a gym, and it's gonna turn into a 10th Planet. I think in like.
Oh, that's cool.
St. Augustine.
Okay, yeah, I think I read that. Yeah,
so Florida's
little alien takeover. Hell yeah.
Well, what's happening is the first round of development was mostly California, mostly Southern California gyms popping up, and then it's like, oh shit, now there's a fucking 10th Planet gym everywhere in SoCal, just about.
Yeah.
And who wants to open a gym in Southern California? Like nobody, right?
Who
but Florida, it's like hell yeah.
You know, I was just thinking about, I don't think any of the 10th Planet owners in Florida are actually from Florida. Ben Saunders is from Florida.
Is he from Florida? Where is Brian?
I think he's originally from California.
Is he?
Yeah, he was part of the Bomb Squad crew. So
he was
living out there at least.
Oh,
wow.
So, and then, Pete is from Michigan. Yeah, and
Heather's not from.
She moved from Denver.
Colorado.
I think she's originally from California.
She gave Nehemiah his blue belt.
Yeah.
And then the dude Gabe in Miami was from the Finishers posse up in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
And Doel got his black belt, I think, from Casey. Coach Casey.
Okay. Yeah.
Shout out Casey.
Yeah, I think you're right.
He's a G. All these California people, much like the housing market around here, just coming from California, cash in hand, buying homes, coming forward, cash in hand, setting up gyms.
Setting up 10th Planet gyms.
Taking away gyms from the rest of us.
Well, listen.
We could still be out there paying for all that free health care.
Yeah.
I don't blame anybody that wants to leave the People's Republic, as I've said. So
yeah. So the thing that I really admire about you, Matt, is you compete a lot, man. You're still out there getting after it. And you know, that's like one is there's some guys that get to black belt and then they never compete, you know, because like they don't I feel like the talent pool is very consistent. White belt, blue belt, purple belt, brown belt. You're mostly fighting people that are like you, and then you get to. And when I mean like you, I mean they have about the similar time frame experience as you. Until you bust your black belt, and now you're in a pool of people who are like, yeah, he's a black belt too, except he's been a black belt since the time you started training.
That's rough.
You know what I mean? And you're like, oh fuck, this guy's way better than me. Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like it gets deep really fast at that level. And some guys just go like, oh, I'm not fucking with that. Like, I'm not competing. Like, especially in Masters, people are like, oh, Masters. But then it's like, dude, you could fight some guy at Masters 4 who won Worlds as an adult. Yeah. He just happens to be in his 40s now, and he's basically been murdering guys since he was 16. You know what I mean? And
Mopping
you're like,
up the local Nagas.
I'm going to fight this guy. Like, that's got to be, you know, an interesting experience. Has that happened? Have you fought any of the legends?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're all pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like a lot of the black belts that suck probably aren't trying to compete.
No, they're not. They're like, nah, I don't want any of that.
So, yeah. I like doing it because of that. It's a legit challenge. Sometimes it's hard for me to gauge where I'm at if I compare myself to the kids half my age, you know, that are out there doing at a pro level. Or
yeah, right.
Yeah, like I'm like, I'm terrible at this sport. Why do I even try? But if I go do it to other old black belts, you know, my size, my skill level, my age group, then it's fun. You know,
yeah.
I'm not tapping to cardio. Like I'm not tapping to like the guys like more like ability to. Anyway, I feel like it's just a more authentic form of me to challenge myself.
Yeah.
Because if I challenge myself against people that are just in better shape, you know,
right.
That's not fair.
It's just not as accurate as a measure. Like tonight, Elijah Carlton's in the gym. Yeah. You know, and I'm like, I want to roll with Elijah Carlton. And then it's like, well, he tapped me out 3 times in 5 minutes. You know, and you're like, oh, I suck. And it's like, well,
I don't want to roll with him anymore.
Do you really suck? Or it's like, are you asking yourself to, like Carl Lewis's track coach wasn't all miffed because he couldn't beat Carl Lewis in a foot race. That was never in question. There was never any moment where he was expected to foot races. You know what I mean? But jiu-jitsu's like that. Like, well, who cares, man? You're the same rank. He's second-degree black belt. He should be able to beat that guy. And it's like, no. That's some like lame leftover martial artsy thinking that we haven't sorted out. Yep. And I think it's from the belt system. Honestly, I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
And Nogi really kind of exposes that.
We were just talking about that yesterday. You'd mentioned that you'd have like a guy occasionally come in from another school. It's like a blue belt, and he'd be upset he couldn't tap you. Like have a
like slam the mat real hard.
It's like, what do you expect?
It's like, what do you think is going to happen? You think you're going to like? You might catch me. I've been caught before, for sure. But the expectation that you're going to do it.
Yeah, you were saying it was a little insulting. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like, you know. But I guess that's how it is. So you were. How many times have you been DQ'd in a tournament?
I mean, not that many, barely.
Like what are you talking about?
Handful.
5?
Yeah, like 5.
Okay, 5. How many times have you been DQ'd? Never.
0.
How many times have you been DQ'd? Never.
I really want to be.
I've never been DQ'd. So it's like, what are you doing that you've been DQ'd 5?
Who are you pissing off?
Is it the same move?
No.
So
But I would have got DQ'd my first comp for a neck crank, and I realized it and stopped. I was like, I don't want to get DQ'd.
Okay.
Yeah, but I have been DQ'd for the lockdown a number of times. And
What?
The first time was at a Grappler's Quest, and Eddie was there.
Oh shit, that's like an honor to get DQ'd in front of him, though.
I was honored, and you know, like I know he's kind of proud every time it happens.
Yeah.
I mean,
What about the lockdown? Is
Eddie kills a cat every time you get DQ'd.
Yeah.
He's like,
I know, it makes me happy.
put him in the jar.
What about the lockdown and these comps are getting you DQ'd?
What about it?
Yeah.
You reap the knee, brother. You reap.
Is that what it is?
So my interpretation of it is that in the same way that the sport will bring people to positions they don't understand that they tap from, I think that's really it. So I'm bringing these dudes to a position that they're not familiar with. They don't know how to get out of the lockdown. So they'll panic thinking it's like a weird leg lock.
Yeah.
And then they have more convincing corners than I do, who are like, that's an illegal move. He's twisting the knee. It's a heel hook.
It's bullshit.
Yeah, it's a heel hook.
Ghost heel hook. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Nothing to do with the heel.
I think that's what it is. Just like, in UFC 1, when that guy with the one boxing glove tapped to getting mounted by Royce Gracie, these dudes are like panicking. They're like, lockdown.
Let's see. I got a video of it of the incident that I want to. It's the recent incident. Do you care if I play it, Matt?
Go for it. I'm like, which video?
This is of Matt getting DQ'd. It's your most recent one. I think this was in Atlanta.
Yeah, that was the one.
Okay, so let me share this real quick. Present.
As in the black belt IBJJF, it's the same setup has happened to me twice.
Oh wow.
Both with high ranking within the IBJJF Federation black belts. One is the top of Master 3 featherweights, and the other one is the one from that Atlanta incident I think was ranked 4th within the Masters 3. So both these guys are younger, but I'm Masters 4, but the last guy was Masters 3 lightweight. There was no one in my division, so the closest guy to me was a little bit heavier and a little bit younger, and that was the guy in question.
Oh wow.
And you still got DQ'd.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That sucks.
I know. A lot of work to
a lot of work.
Yeah.
Let me see how I can play this. Keep talking though. I want to hear what
tomorrow at the seminar that I'm putting on, I'm going to explain how to not get DQ'd.
There you go.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'm going to still explain how you get DQ'd and how sweet that position is.
Nice.
But I am doing my best to just not go there as much anymore. But that's the thing with the illegal stuff, man. You figure it out and you're like, yeah,
It's the most fun.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. And unless I get caught, it's not really illegal.
Yeah.
So that's the issue. But I do want to keep competing in these competitions. I have fun competing, like I was saying earlier, with guys my age group and size and whatnot. And despite some of the issues I have with the rules and whatnot, I'm gonna do my best to win with the rules. I'm gonna do what they do. I'm
surprised that at black belt level in competitions that you could get DQ'd for something like lockdown. It
Especially
seems like
now.
not that crazy of a move.
Yeah, especially now. The 10th planet's everywhere enough to be we all know what the fuck lockdown is.
I could see 20 years ago when it was
for
still kind of a little mysterious, but literally, man, it's
the Masters, some of those dudes are rolling like they're rolling 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
This little supplemental assistance.
Yeah, I'm finding the file. I misplaced it. Sorry, guys.
Have you ever talked to Eddie about it? What he thinks about getting DQ'd for getting in certain lockdown positions?
It's the reverse lockdown. I mean, he thinks they're ridiculous.
Yeah.
There's been, they're not crazy about Eddie. Most of the gyms that are involved with IBJJF are traditional, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu gyms.
Yeah.
And Eddie has created some issues for them over the years, like getting rid of the gi. Man, those guys love the gi.
Yeah, they do.
Big part of the revenue. They fucking they feel like they look good in that shit. So they hate him for getting rid of the gi. He's made it so much more cooler now that we don't use the gi.
Yeah.
So that's a part of it. But Eddie also has his bits. He has his own competitions. I was actually considering trying to get to that the one, the EBI Open they're doing in Texas. I just want to be supportive.
Sick.
I can't make it this time. But hopefully they do more of those. There used to be these competitions we'd all go to in California. It was run by Rose Gracie. And
Gracie Worlds, Gracie Nationals.
Exactly. Yeah, and those were fun. And the rule set was better for 10th Planet practitioners.
All right, let's see. I got this up. How do I share this?
Add to stage. There we go.
All right. Okay.
Full screen it, bitch.
How do I full screen it?
Within the app itself, or within that page itself.
Is that better? It's the best I can do.
There we go, right there.
Okay. So, can you talk us through this, Matt?
It looks like it's frozen on mine right now.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I pulled, and right now I'm
You're on top.
I'm on top already.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So this already happened after I used the lockdown.
Okay,
so we went a little too far.
Okay, here we go.
So, yeah, I actually used the lockdown, and then his I guess his leg popped or whatever, and it pauses. You know, the ref looked like he called it when he separated the hands. So here it is. But then my opponent actually started rolling again.
Okay, so he stopped it.
Yeah, so yeah, but check it out. It stops. And then he started going, so I got on top.
What's the ref doing?
Well, the ref's getting on his...
The ref just letting it go. He just gave you 2 points.
Yeah, and he's on his earpiece, which is what his right hand's doing right now. It's like pressing the button to talk on the earpiece about what just happened. So now...
He's like, what do I do, guys?
Yeah, so he then calls it. So
he stops it. Oh, right then he got the word. It was fuck Eddie Bravo. Yeah. He's like, oh, we got to stop, guys.
And then this is where he makes us wait. And
what? Let's rewind it a little bit, though. What is the thing that you did illegal here?
So it's the reverse lockdown. When I get that...
Is it right there?
So no, not yet. From here, I bring feet up so I can get lower. When I get a good
right
grip
there
on that waist, that's what's illegal, this position.
Oh.
You might even be able to hear his corner yelling like, I don't know if you can hear it, this one.
Oh, like it's illegal.
Yeah. I think I knew someone who was filming in the crowd, and you could hear on the other side. And then this is where we start talking shit. And, you know.
Oh, now he's saying you hurt my knee.
He was saying it was a heel hook. And I'm like, no, it's not a heel hook.
I didn't touch your fucking heel.
Yeah, see, like I'm explaining. I was like, this is what you're doing. You hurt your own knee. My bad, bro. Well, I did check in with him. Like, as soon as it happened, I was like, you all right, man? Is the knee okay? And, yeah.
This guy's a professional fighter.
Yeah.
So you got DQ'd. He got the win.
And
Shakes your hand.
This is where he's like, I want to punch you in the face.
I want to punch you. Okay. So that
was it. Sorry, guys. Yeah, that wasn't very much. But yeah,
that's
I don't know
good.
what the other videos show, but yeah, he follows me. I think some of the other ones he follows me off the mat, and he's still.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull him up.
He's like talking about how we should fight. Like I don't know if you know about him, but he's very into fighting. He has fought in a lot. It's his thing.
Okay, here's the next one.
Yeah, not really counted too much lockdown though. Apparently.
No, he didn't get locked down in the ring. I guess. But,
I guess his knee didn't get hurt enough.
Yeah. Okay, here's
him
the
from
next
fighting.
one. This is the old one. I'm not very smart, guys.
But
we try that again.
I'm kind of retarded.
I did, in all sincerity, I was not trying to hurt his knee with that position.
Yeah.
And when he got hurt, or I don't know if he got hurt, but when that incident happened, I checked in. I wanted to make sure, like, I came there to compete. I didn't come there to like try to cheat or
Sure.
illegally get some type of win. Like, I genuinely was like hoping that he was all right.
Yeah.
This damn thing is not
Well,
in the beginning,
Can't
at
get it
least.
to
At least. Yeah, I was gonna say, how long did that last?
I mean, were you surprised by his reaction to it though?
Yeah, I mean, he was getting pretty heated about it. Like I don't know. I mean, like I didn't get like why he was so heated. So I didn't really want to deal with it. I was like, shut up, dude.
Yeah, he got the win. I mean, I don't understand really.
So that is definitely something I said. I was like, how about you fucking go grab your gold medal and shut the fuck up, dude? I mean, like,
I lost, man. What do you want?
He's like,
but
not a fan of that.
whatever I said did provoke him to the point where he was trying to provoke me more. So it became like a provoking contest.
It won't let me share.
Damn.
No, I heard there was something that he heard you say that you don't remember that you said.
What, smoke weed, pop knees?
That's right. Smoke weed and pop knees.
Yeah, smoke weed, pop knees. I can't remember saying that, but if I did, I'll admit
Tom Brand.
yeah.
Oh, this is him. I think spitting at you.
Yeah. I heard that he's telling people that he didn't spit on me.
This is, you got that?
Yo, stop.
Oh wow. Okay, wait. That's a spit.
There's like 3 of them.
Yo, stop. It's ridiculous.
Lucky it's not COVID times. That's a felony.
Well, yeah, I heard other people say that too, and like we were just doing jiu-jitsu. You guys know, like at that. Like we're sharing STDs or whatever the dude has, you know. Like, I'm not sweating the spit too much. I mean, I fucking hated it, but it's what it is.
It's low down though that he spit on you. It's low, dude.
I mean, he just wants to fight so bad, right? That he's willing to go
That's
to
what I'm saying. Like he's a fighter.
Yeah.
It would be
I want to fight.
It'd be wild if he spit on you hard enough that it popped your
So
knee.
you can hear the people yelling, Halfa, Kalima. They're like his corners are telling him to chill because if you can hear it.
You're walking away, and he's yapping.
Yeah, I
still.
don't know the audio if it doesn't picks it up, but he's yelling 10 Planet Pussy. I don't know. I mean, it's annoying, but it's not like enough. I don't think it's alarming enough. It's aren't inflammatory.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, like he's yelling 10 Planet Pussy and spitting on me. What is that? It's like a bad alarm, right? Like I'll get out. That's where he threw the shoe.
Miss me.
He threw a shoe. He threw a chocolate at you.
That's why I put in that.
That really hurt. I'm gonna have a lump there, you idiot. Who throws a shoe? Honestly.
Honestly.
Dude, that's great.
I haven't seen that in a while.
You kept a really good about it. Imagine if you were like a double barrel hothead asshole. Like you guys would have got into a fight at a jiu-jitsu tournament.
In the Masters division.
You guys would have literally looked like a couple of assholes.
Yeah, I know, right?
You know what I mean? And
Now only one person looks like an asshole.
you got to go back and tell your students why you got in a fight.
Yeah.
If you're him, you got to go back and explain, sensei, why were you spitting on that guy at the tournament? Like, what was that about?
And you won, right?
Yeah.
Like this wasn't a spit, a metaphorical spit in his face where they gave him the win because his leg popped and he had to quit or something like that. He
Yeah.
got DQ'd. That homie won, got a gold, and it's like, fuck you anyway.
Yeah. Well, he kind of said the stuff that I read, or somebody said on his behalf. This guy, Matt, referring to you, he does this shit all the time, and like he low key is trying to fuck everybody up. And
How dare you?
he's
Smoke weed, pop knees.
That's
right,
Hashtag.
right. And we don't like to smoke weed. Yeah, right. Okay.
I'm the only one I know that doesn't.
Yeah, right. It's just, I just don't know how you explain the behavior. How do you justify it?
Yeah, dude, if you came back to this gym after I saw a video of you and then be like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah, it's like, what are you
That was
doing?
out of character. Are you
What
okay?
are you doing, man?
I mean, it's not the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. This is like
That's true,
a bunch of dudes that get together try to choke each other. So
I mean, there's definitely truth to that.
yeah, things didn't go our way, but I still had a good time in Atlanta. Atlanta's pretty cool.
Yeah, Atlanta's a cool town.
You know what's crazy is I left. I was escorted out of the competition.
Yeah, you were.
Frankly, like I was actually happy those dudes showed up. I didn't like that I was the one that was being made to leave, but at the same time, I'm like, thanks guys, I appreciate you getting back. Like,
Kind of like,
Hey,
yeah.
go get that guy that got spit on. He's being a real dick right now.
Yeah.
well, even they were like, what are we arresting? Like, the two cops are like, what are we taking him out for? And then I had some people that had the footage and then started talking to the cops and got all their info.
Yeah.
And then like that also started flipping everything around.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a number of people that were encouraging like taking legal actions, which also it's like we were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
It's like, there's so many people who are like, I should have shot him. Those are aggravated, battery assault charges. Like, you should have shot
I'll
him.
tell you what'll happen. Someone spits on me.
Yeah, those are stand your ground laws. Like, you'll be fine. Yeah. But then the other people who are all caring about it is like, you need to press charges and put him in jail. They'll send him back to,
Yeah.
They'll
send them back. Dang.
First of all, no. Second of all, then you're a huge 10p pussy.
Yeah.
yeah. Also, I'm pretty sure he's from here. Like,
Yeah.
But
man,
I'm already registered to compete in IBJJF again. Like I want to keep. I mean, I don't want to compete in it. I'm not doing anything against him anymore. But the federation, despite its flaws, like this sport doesn't have that many options. There's other this shit going on with ADCC, and then like people giving. I like that there's new shit coming up.
Yeah, me too.
Just because it kind of like it. Like the other people, it's gonna force the other competitions to get better.
Yeah.
The thing that the IBJJF has is they have the age divisions.
Yeah. Well, ADCC started doing that too.
Yeah.
They got 2 different
The
masters
opens.
divisions now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's happening more and more. Like the sport's blowing up, and there's more people that are getting started at the 40s. I have a guy that's come to your gym, I think 2 or 3 times now.
Yeah.
Kelly, who's like 60 years old.
Yeah.
He's just getting started.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell that man he can't do this shit.
Yeah.
He does it. He has fun. He's brought his friends.
Yeah.
He's getting good at it. So,
Yeah.
yeah. It's fun that I think it's dope they got these divisions for older guys that want to test.
I do too. I think it's a pretty cool thing. It's pretty developed because the IBJJF has been around for so long. I wonder though if they're having backroom meetings and they're like,
This Matt Walsh guy's a real problem.
well, yeah. What are we going to do? But just that Nogi's growing so rapidly.
We're gonna have to do something.
It's really the ADCC opens. They gotta be cutting into the IBJJF money. It has to be, man. Because
How would it not?
a lot of people would rather do ADCC Open than an IBJJF Open.
It's more exciting. There's more money.
Yeah, I think the gi's is kind of dying down too.
Yeah.
You look at like some of the smaller circuits going on, like Nagas and Newbies and stuff. Like no gi versus gi.
Yeah.
I think the kids divisions are still very gi heavy.
Yeah, because parents are like, Johnny needs respect.
No, because
They bring their asshole kids to you, sorry, and they're like, you need to teach my son discipline. And it's like,
They use the fun activity as a punishment.
you need to teach your son discipline.
By the way,
yeah.
you should come to class tonight.
I
Yeah.
feel like a lot of gyms do it for the money.
Yeah.
And a lot of when that comes up, you're like, your kid needs discipline. You know how he'll learn it? With a gi.
Yeah.
He needs to buy at least 3.
Yeah. 3
Yeah. He needs to take the gi class.
Yeah,
and
the
he-
parents
Yeah.
are like, oh shit. Well,
We're
yeah,
actually
how's it-
doing a 3 for the price of 3 deal.
That
right
makes
now.
a lot of sense now that you say it. Yeah. And I'm going to need money from you. You guys are going to need private lessons so you can appropriately support your son. Yeah.
I made some no gigis. They didn't. I thought they're fun.
Yeah.
But they're like scrub tops made out of gi fabric, same triple stitching. You're looking at me and like
Oh,
I'm like
wow.
ready to hear it. But I did it because I ran a program for blind kids, and I was training with the blind black belt that lives in Miami, and he prefers the gi because all the extra grips. I think you can understand why there is an advantage if you can't see anything to have extra grips.
Yeah.
I'm now, by the way, feeling badly for how harshly I judged
You
you,
are
before I got that piece of information.
Well-
you should start
Butthole.
with that next time.
Butthole.
He's the only person I that we rolled with it. Just to like level out the playing fields, I would blindfold myself and put that on, and he would still, you can get collar chokes and like bow and arrow. You can get all sorts of
Hey,
shit.
but
with
were you
those.
like cheating a little bit with the blindfold?
Peekaboo.
Like trying to peek a little bit out of the bottom and
Where's the
shit?
motherfucker at?
You're like, he's not going to be able to
It's
catch
an
you.
honor roll. I didn't ask him if he was really blind either. But
That's a good point. That's a fair point.
What if you,
he's 100% blind. He's a great guy.
you said I didn't ask him if he's really blind?
But we learned a few things, like just playing with these new outfits. It's like grappling's dope. Like I love
Yeah.
it. I prefer no gi, but even in the gi, I fun.
It's fun.
And
Yeah.
like there's like certain like even like if you get a t-shirt, if I get my thumb where your collar is, and then get my fingers and then join and like get your between
now
the
it's a
sleeve and collar together.
seam.
Yeah. So go ahead.
So
Grab
like-
your thumb in and then go all the way. That right there is a really hard grip to
Really?
break off.
You could choke somebody with that.
And that, like, law enforcement arrests people in t-shirts all the time. They don't fuck with that grip. They don't know about it. But if they
Yeah.
trained in the no gi,
they would know about it. I like
I
it.
need a better name, but
The no gi.
the no gigi. Well, you know how many like vendors will be like, I can make any uniform for you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, let's test that.
Dear
I did.
sir, dear madam or sir, how many emails do you get like that? Now that you're a gym owner, how many emails do you get from fine quality gear makers who are trying to get you to?
I like them. They're all polite. I don't like these fucking like young millennials who are all like, "Hey, your marketing sucks. You should hire me."
Yeah, I know. Boy, I had a guy hit me up and he's like, "Hey, I want to come in to check out your gym." And it sounded like, oh, he's interested in jiu-jitsu. And we're talking for a couple minutes, and then he goes, "Yeah, I just need a few minutes when I come in. I'd like to talk to you about how you're marketing, how you could better do outreach and marketing." And I'm like, "Hey, real talk, like I just started with another company. They're pretty much going to be handling all this, like, but thanks, but no thanks." And he's like, "Well, I could still come in and just
10p pussy.
review." Yeah, he spat on me through Zoom, spit on his camera. He was like, "Well, then don't you want? I could just come in and review what they're doing, and I could check up on them and tell you if what they're doing is right or not." And he's like, "How would you like that?" And now I'm kind of like,
Oh, I'd like that.
I really don't like that actually at all.
I wouldn't like that.
because I'm pretty sure you're going to say they're not. Yeah, you're good.
Can I?
Yeah, man, go, dude.
Okay, I'm so sorry, man.
No,
Yeah.
dude, you're good.
I've been trying.
No, you're good. That's how do I get back to the other view? No, you're good, man. Don't worry. There we go. We'll wrap it up in just a second here too. He goes like, "Don't you want? I can come in and check up on them and stuff." And I'm
I
like,
want you to pay me
no,
to
he was
check up on
gratis. He was gonna like review what they were doing.
Oh, he was gonna do it for free. Pro
well, what he
bono?
was gonna do is turn around and go, "But we could really help you do this. You should
Yeah.
have us come in."
Yeah,
And
let me just see what they're doing and then try to do it
I
a
was
little
like,
bit
"Oh
better.
my god, I don't want to do this."
Yeah.
So I said,
Sounds
"Hey,"
like such a leech.
it's just going to be a time suck for me, and I'm not going to get anything out of it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Hey, let me call you back, and I'll book a time. Like I'm really interested, but I got a bunch of shit going on. I got to jump on another call. Let me look at. Is that cool? Oh yeah. And I'm like, I'm just gonna ghost this fool. Like whatever.
Yeah,
I start ignoring him, and then he calls me from a different phone number. And
He wants that sale.
I know, dude. And I'm gonna be real with you. When an iPhone number calls and I hit him back with the automatic text. I have 000 programmed in my phone for out of office, and it just goes like, "Hey, this is Coach Tim. I'm either teaching a class or not able to answer the phone. Thank you for calling. Like, is there something I could help you with in the meantime over text? As soon as I can call you, I will." And if people are interested in training, or they'll be like, "Hey, I'm interested. I want to sign, or I want to do a trial, or y'all got rash guards, or Eddie Bravo seminar, or something." Right? If they're like bullshit artists, they don't tell you nothing.
Yeah.
They're like, "I'll call back later," because they don't want to scare you off. So he calls back later, and when I do the text, it's the blue phone number on the text. So that tells you if you have an iPhone, you have this experience. It's another iPhone. And 99 times out of 100, when it's another iPhone, it's not spam. It's just a regular person who's calling you who has an iPhone. It's not some fucking bullshit place, right? So I'm like, "Oh, this is cool, man." Boom, boom, boom. And he's like, "Oh, yeah, this is so-and-so. Trying to book that appointment to come out and blah, blah, blah at your gym."
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Oh, hey, yeah, let me get back to you on that. I want to do it. I was thinking about this date, but it won't work. Let me get back to you." Then I just ghosted him again.
I would like to offer you to market these nuts.
Yeah. Oh, it makes me so mad. Or
Why do you ghost him? Why not just tell him no?
because it's like, dude, I told you no.
Yeah.
And you fucking won't leave me alone, so now I'm going to string you along.
Yeah.
You're fucking with my time, now I'm going to fuck with your time.
Yeah.
I see.
That's how I do it.
I see.
And it's kind of fucked up, but it's like, dude, I told you no politely.
Yeah.
And you insisted.
You didn't take no for an answer.
So now we're going to play the game.
Yeah.
We'll play the game. And I'll play the game. I'm good at procrastinating, not answering the phone on you. Like, I could do that all day.
Yeah.
So I tell my son, Nate, he's like, "Oh, it makes me nervous just hearing the story." He's like, how do you talk to these people, telling them you want to do it and you're going to do it? You just need to get back to them, knowing that you're never going to call them again. You're going to ghost them. And I'm
It's
like,
one of the
it's
best feelings.
super easy, actually. Like, it feels great to tell these buttholes.
Do you know how
that.
good it is to give somebody fucking hope and then just know you're not going to follow through? It's the best.
Because we were talking about how, like, some people are really slick. Like, they're trying to sell you something and you don't realize it. They come in under the guise of, like, something else. Yeah. And I've even had marketing and advertising, social media people come in through the ads and respond to an ad on Facebook, which Facebook, you got to pay for that shit. Like somebody clicks on your ad and they give you their info. Like Facebook's charging you for that.
They'll get you by name. They'll drop Eddie's name. They'll drop other people's names. It's wild.
And then you call them back and they're like, hey, I just want to talk to you about your website, man. I checked it out. It's good, but it could be better. Here's a few things. And it's like,
it sucks. Coming from your point of view, like when I've had to reply to these people, it's like, oh, sick, another student. Cool.
Yeah.
I get another teammate. You get another student. It's going to be awesome.
Some
And it's like,
bunghole.
I'd like to message you about your fucking
it's like,
marketing.
dude, this bullshit just cost me $11. Facebook's going to charge me $11 for you, dude. Like, I hope you fucking get a flat tire on the way home.
Yeah,
like,
let me give you my cash app.
Yeah, hope your wife divorces you, dude.
Jeez.
I hope every time you pee, it's unpleasant.
Yeah, I hope you get a bladder infection.
I had a lead recently where it was a kid. And I have a part like on the website. It asks only a few things like the phone number, name, goals, what they want, and it's an experience level. So the kid asks. He says he's a blue belt and he really needs a job. He's trying to find a job. So I don't know. Like part of me wants to hire him, and I'm like, wait a second. Like I'm looking for memberships here. This is the other way around.
Right. Yeah.
This isn't a job application.
I'm like, no.
No. You're like, fuck that kid. Give me your money, kid. Yeah. I mean, it's tricky. It is tricky because I've had several people ask me for jobs. And I'm like, I'm not paying myself, dude. How am I going to hook you up? Like,
I get hit up by people trying to selling me cleaning services pretty regularly.
Cleaning, yeah.
And I have a phone with them. I'm always like, well, if you sign up here, you can clean my mats after every class.
Yeah. I got a deal for you, man. That's true. It's just frustrating when they come in through the back door.
Yeah.
Like, I don't do that to people. I don't go respond to other people's ads and then try to sell them jiu-jitsu. Maybe I should.
Maybe we should.
Maybe I should.
Maybe that's the new tactic.
Maybe I should be responding to shit, being like, have you thought about jiu-jitsu?
Start hitting up like bouncers at bars and just be like, hey, look, I know you're pretty good at like getting people out, but
I've been preaching the gospel on weekends.
Yeah.
Because I've seen a couple of these guys. I'm like,
I can't wait for like
know how to fight.
Missionary to come to my house. I'm gonna invite him in and be like,
the Mormons.
God bless, brother, and then I'll be like, have you ever seen a wrist lock?
Dude,
what would you do if someone grabbed you like this?
I don't need you teaching Mormons wrist locks.
Yeah, what would you do if somebody grabbed your Book of Mormon and wouldn't give it back? Well, let me show you how you could get it back.
They'd probably be super polite about it.
They would be. Yeah.
They're nice people.
Yeah, I've had a bunch. I've talked to missionaries for a long time because I don't know why.
Well, you grew up in a cult.
Yeah, I'm like, hey man, let's cult out, dog. I see him and I'm like, respect.
Got you.
got you, dog.
You need to leave, but I get
got
it.
you, dog. Hardliner. I like that. I like that about you.
You didn't quit like I did. I respect that.
Yeah, I respect
fucking
psycho. What do you think about Craig Jones and ADCC and Craig Jones's? I know we just chatted about it recently. You were a little bit like, "What's going on?" But what do you think about that though, man? Like,
I think it's we're talking like we said earlier, like competition is healthy. It makes things better. It makes people have to work on their skills, and ADCC having someone that's going to compete that aggressively against them, I see positive outcomes come from it. I'm sure they're not enjoying it right now, but they're going to have to step things up. So I don't know. I think it's good for the sport for these big people to go at it. The same way we want our top competitors to go against it. Let's have our top competitions go against each other and see who gives us the best product.
Yeah, right.
How important do you think competition is to jiu-jitsu? Like, if you're training jiu-jitsu, do you believe that you should also be like competing in tournaments? And getting after it?
I like the option. So I would be reluctant to train at a gym that wouldn't allow you to compete or doesn't value it.
Sure.
That means they probably suck. If there's a strong competition team and the guys that you don't have to compete, but your training partners are going out.
Yeah.
You know, your coach or whoever it is, and they're standing up against people that they're of the rank they're claiming to be and all that, and you see that they can hang. And like you guys aren't posers. So I like to compete for a number of reasons. One is like I love our 10th Planet community. It's dope.
Yeah.
I love getting together for things like the Invasion, the Eclipse. You know, coming up here, dude. This is all fucking community, right?
Yeah.
This is like us kicking it with our tribe.
Yeah.
But that jiu-jitsu community is like secondary. Like it's not just 10th Planet. Like, like your friends that do jiu-jitsu, they're your homies, right?
Yeah.
And even though they might be on other teams, like that's still like a community that you have a lot in common with. You know, you guys have constant feedback for each other about this sport that relates to the rest of your life too. You know, it's nice to have that extended or expanded community, which you can get from competing. Like, you know, we're talking about plumbers that I used to drink with, and one of them is James Appleberry Plumbing. If you're in the Bay Area,
Need that.
That's the man.
Shout out Appleberry Plumbing.
They can drink and they can fuck you up. James Appleberry is a Homolomelo black belt.
Oh, shit.
And a Jake Shields black belt. He's a scrap black belt. So he's good. And I met him in competition. That was the last like wedding thing I went to. Like him and his wife, and I met that dude competing against him.
Wow.
That's awesome.
And he cheated.
Of course.
I'm just saying that because in case he listens, I don't want people to think he beat me.
Fair square.
Of course he cheated.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
definitely.
you probably use something like reverse lockdown.
He used a lockdown and fucked my knee up.
I should, but anyway,
Like some kind of 10p pussy.
we became tight friends over the years, and that's why I think like jiu-jitsu events are great. If you go overseas and there isn't a 10th Planet, but there's a jiu-jitsu gym, go.
Yeah.
Go, you know, if you're like some remote part of the world and that small jiu-jitsu gym that you'll go into and become friends with people, they'll help you out more than like the American Embassy if you get fucked.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, they'll actually hide you. Embassy's gonna sell you out, dude.
I know we get that a lot with like Broken Anvil, for example. Like
Oh yeah.
we're real
One
close
Nation.
with,
Those
One
guys.
Nation as well. Like
Homies.
yeah,
It's important because it's like, hey, man, at the end of the day, we're all kind of like wearing tights and wrestling still.
Yeah.
And we're all adults, and most people have another job. And this is what they do like after work. And you have to keep it in perspective. Like, you know, it doesn't need to be so high stress that people would rather go somewhere else.
Yeah.
It's like, dog, we're wrestling, man. Like we're this is fun. We're recreating. This is recreation.
Yeah.
Man. This is not like, you know what I
Don't
mean?
know that that's a verb, but I get it.
I mean, it's healthy for us. And a lot of people, like, I do agree with you. Sometimes like, man, I just got to get this. I got this bad energy. I want to just like reset my doing jiu-jitsu. Like we did tonight, we did rounds, just trained. It's like taking a shower on the inside.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like everything kind of, and out on the outside if you sweat a lot, like me. It's like, I'm taking a shower and everyone with me is taking a shower.
If you're anybody with a Freeman DNA, you
Dude, I know.
Noah,
You are a
Nate,
wet
y'all,
wet boy.
Dude, it's crazy.
the three of you.
But you know, having said that, it's still super fun. You know, and it's like that's kind of like the thing that you don't want to fuck
I
up.
mean, that's what I loved about jiu-jitsu so much. Like instead of going to a gym and just lifting weights, like
Yeah.
God, it was so much more fun, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
I tried that gym thing with the weights like 5 times in my life, and I fucking hated it. Every
dude,
Yeah.
I hated
It's
it.
so
Yeah.
I still do it, but it's so
The
boring.
only time I do it
It's so
is for
boring.
jujitsu.
Yeah.
It's like,
I'm thinking about starting because
Yeah.
I understand like it's good prehab and rehab.
yeah, and I want to
So
be able to roll more and longer.
I want to do it because I want to expand community in my neighborhood. So I'm going to join a gym there just because there's a gym opening up around
Yeah.
the corner from mine. It's like a weight gym though.
Yeah.
I don't do weights. I do yoga and I ride my bike and I smoke weed, pop knees.
Pop knees.
Pretty simple, man.
Yeah. Pretty straightforward life right here.
Yeah.
Everything is chill. Then we get to pop knees. It's like,
I actually really try not to pop things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the that popping shit's for the kids.
I know. And to like, honestly, Matt, you're very much about this situation that happened. You're very much like, yeah, I'm not trying to like hurt anybody or make a big thing and be like, yo, fuck everybody and blah 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 blah. Whereas a lot of dudes would be. They'd be like, this is my moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going viral.
I'm going hard. I'm going hard in the paint on this, and that's not your vibe at all. You're like, yeah, you know.
Yeah, it happened. We'll move on. Like I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. If the dude like lived around the corner, I had to deal with him all the time. That'd be one thing. But I don't even know where he lives, like Atlanta or some shit.
Yeah. Crazy
Not worth
shit.
it. And
We'll find out.
It's not every experience
Just
at
kidding.
IBJJF. The next competition, the one in Orlando, there's 2 guys in my division. I already went against one of them, and he's fucking super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, good competitor. He beat me by points. That was a super challenging match for me. I don't know if you know Chewy.
Oh yeah.
Jiu-Jitsu, yeah.
Yeah, so he's got a guy named Justin Court, and the guy's like just a tough dude in general.
Yeah.
He's like on some Netflix series that like leaves a bunch of people stranded in the like wilderness or whatever, and they gotta like survive. So there was like all these people, and he survived.
Yeah.
He survived. So
good for him.
yeah, I know. Right? So, but he's an interesting guy, and he's tough, and I'm excited for that match. So like like that was unfortunate what happened in Orlando, but it's whatever. It's past. Like,
You should get at least 1 DQ now going forward for every comp.
no, man, I'm on the path of the righteous grappler. No more DQs.
Like
Not
that.
if you're smoking weed and popping knees. You
Get
gotta
outta here,
always
man.
be branding. I'm into it, dude.
Always be branding. That's good.
Stay evil.
Where can our listeners? One is like, where can they find you on the internet? Where's the easiest place? Like Instagram, website? Like, what do
Yeah,
you
I
think?
mean, I'd say the best way to get a hold of me right now is through my gym. Like even like my social media presence. Like I try to separate the gym from my personal page, just because of like the thing with this whole incident with this dude. I don't want the gym to be like reflected somehow with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like my personal page, I like letting people know I'm still not dead yet. Whatever.
Yeah.
People to the what I'm most active on is 10th Planet Pompano. It's my little gym. It's my team. I'm super proud of it.
Is that on Instagram?
That's on Instagram. There's a Facebook page, but it's not that popular.
Yeah.
I don't really.
Do you have a website for your gym?
Yeah, 10thplanetpompano.com. If you
Nice.
fill out the form, maybe I'll call you unless you're looking for a job.
I'm looking for a refund, man. I'm just kidding.
On what?
Yeah. I paid
this podcast.
I paid 10 years up front, and I've decided I only want to go for 2. What's coming up next for you? Was Orlando next?
Yeah, I mean, coaching right now, and we were talking about it earlier, the value of competing. It's as a coach, I love it when my students compete, and I see the preparation for it, whether or not they win. And sometimes I have guys coming up, and I'm like, that might be a challenge for the competition they're doing, but they can try to prepare for it.
Yeah.
And whether or not they win, the preparation for it is still going to make them more rounded, and it's going to make them a better player.
Yeah.
So I have these little comp quizzes I ask the competitors to take, and I want them to be training more and going to our competition classes. All of that will make someone better at it, So
For sure.
their preparation is pretty great, and I have some guys that are competing at a really high level, and their friends that help them warm up, their friends that help them prepare for it and whatnot. They feel that victory too.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
I have a few guys. I mean, one did the ADCC trials, and he's only been doing jiu-jitsu for like less than a year.
Good for him, man.
And he
That's
made
cool.
it for day 2 in the 77.
That's
kilos.
impressive.
Yeah. Another guy, one of my guys who's he's been teaching for me now, but he's been with me since last summer. He had a 35-second knockout in the UFC like a week ago.
Shit, man.
Yeah, and my students all had watch parties. They're all like, we're
That's the
celebrating this
best.
together.
Yeah.
We work hard together, and we have fun.
I love
Yeah.
that feeling. One of the things I definitely miss about now that I work on weekends is the our comp classes on Sundays. I loved helping people get ready.
You could still come.
I gotta go to work.
No. Just go later.
What excites you about competitions? Like getting your students ready, or just like watching them grow before the competition?
It's all of it. I mean, it's them being able to, like, you know, challenge themselves to do something hard. And even though it's actually not that much harder than going to the open mat we did tonight, right?
Yeah.
But it's the stigma. It's like the anxiety you build.
Yeah.
You know, you get all nervous, excited. There's all these feelings, you know, and like, what's life about at the end of the day? Like,
Overcoming that.
Yeah, exactly. And like,
Yeah.
you're feeling shit. Embrace all those different things, and then, you know, whether you win or lose, like,
It's done now.
yeah, it's done. You did something hard that most people don't do.
Yeah.
That's so true,
That's true.
man.
That's true.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I know it's not for everyone, but it's something that you're trained. Like, if you're part of the sport and you're training with those guys who are competing and all that, you can share their victories too, man. Like, if you're there and you're like going through all those reps, you know, you're getting those rounds in with them, starting in these bad positions and all that. Like, that was part of your victory.
It's a team. It's a team thing. I think the team wins. When somebody wins, like, they come back, we're like, fuck yeah, this guy won, or this guy
Hell yeah.
had a couple matches. It doesn't even matter.
It's
He did his first tournament. He got tapped out in 30 seconds, but
Still did
we
it.
got him out there. You know what I mean? It's a major step for some people. That's a huge freaking thing to go get on a mat and like go fight another person.
A fraction of people in the world become a white belt, and a fraction of them ever compete.
Yeah,
It's
it's
awesome.
small.
One thing I love that we did here is that anybody, like our comp team is so close that when they win, they bring the medal and keep it here.
Yeah,
I love that. That's sick.
yeah, I like that too. That's pretty cool. So, dude, Matt, I know it's getting super late, man. You've been gunning, almost going on 24 hours pretty
I've been
soon.
drinking.
I know, man.
Full espresso.
Every time people come out, I just fucking, dude, I jam with them, dude. I'm like, we're doing this and we're doing that, we're doing this, but
Yeah, I want to see you guys at the bar tomorrow.
maybe after we got a seminar tomorrow morning. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
On keeping things legal.
that's right.
Or, like, how
Street
to
legal,
do
street legal, BJJ.
the illegal stuff just so you
Yeah.
don't do it.
Sure.
Yeah.
I need you to direct message me all the illegal stuff.
We'll record it or something, maybe, or just a few maybe a technique or something like that. Yeah, yeah. Cool, man. Okay, so check Matt Walsh out on the
His
internet.
Instagram is right his name.
Oh, there you go. There's his personal, or check him out on 10th Planet Pompano.
Sorry,
Pompano.
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 Pompton.
Yeah, man.
Pompton.
Good shit. Thanks, guys. It's good to see everybody again.
You guys too.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you
Thanks.
guys, man. I think that's a wrap, man. I think we're good, dude. You think we're good?
Yeah, I think
All
so.
right. Yep. So thank you guys for listening. Make sure you check out InsideBJJ.com. We got Eddie Bravo coming out on June 15th, and stoked about that. If you're out in Stockton, I'm going to be out there in a couple weeks, the weekend of June 8th. Come see me out in Stockton.
Promo day.
All right, man.
Potluck.
Yep. Okay. Sounds good. All right. We'll see everybody later.
Please check us out on iTunes and Spotify. Appreciate you listening. Leave us a good review. Helps out with the algorithm. Everybody has to say that nowadays. It sucks. Check out Everyday Jiu-Jitsu, Cultist. And if you're in the Nashville or Stockton area, check those 10th Planets out too. Thanks, guys.